Angelina Jolie Catherine Marshall comes from the World Bank. World Bank and IMF have a major influence.
In dieser Umgebung zu sein, Sie sehen, es hat sehr viel Presse, große Aufmerksamkeit der Medien.
Yes, I'm absolutely ashamed of that. Being an American, I think it's horrible. I think Congress should ratify that and do that for children. If we really care about children, how dare we not sign the Convention on the Rights of a Child and the rights of women, and also we should support the International Criminal Court. There are many things that, as an American, I've discovered in the last few years that have shocked me about my own country that I am very ashamed by.
All this is true for you and me individually, and also it's true collectively.
You know, Angelina rightly points out that there's some governments like the United States that still are not comfortable even ratifying the major human rights treaties that are out there. But in terms of, are things getting better or worse, it really has been true that over the last 4 years, there's been a significant step back in respect for human rights, even on the part of governments that traditionally promoted human rights, governments like the United States and even some of the governments of Europe.
Addressed as our first priority are the end to hunger, the right to live.
Angelina Jolie, of course, hardly needs an introduction. Angelina as a person is, among others, Goodwill ambassador for UNHCR, an organization dealing with refugees.
It's important to maintain the moral high ground in fighting terrorism, but the U.S. government, in particular, has lost that moral high ground. It has been using torture. It has been detaining people in secret detention facilities. It's been disappearing people. I fear that is not only wrong, but it is counterproductive.
Many people here maybe have not even read the Declaration of Human Rights or are not aware of the human rights, the different things going on in the country. So I think maybe it's starting with educating ourselves, educating our youth, trying to work with our media and our news and asking them to share more the global issues, certainly in America. I think I'd like to turn on the news and know what's happening in Nepal. If there's something that extreme that happens, I'd like to know what's going on in Darfur.
It's the taking responsibility that counts for everybody involved.
I mean, certainly as a mother, I look at the children differently because I think of my own, and it always becomes very emotional. I certainly am more aware of the plight of parents that are looking for food for their children, and I can't imagine what that must be like. But I imagine that me going on a trip would be like you going on a trip, or anybody at home watching going on a trip. I'm not exceptional in the way I'm emotional about the situation. It's just as clear to anybody that is face to face with it. It's a seriously horrible situation.
Maybe would you concentrate or focus more on bringing this awareness more than anyone else to your own children?
Oh, my own children are very aware. My own children are aware almost by default because they are from these countries, and so to learn about their own countries, my son will be learning about Pol Pot, he'll be learning about refugees, he'll be learning about landmines. He knows about them now. And my daughter will learn about Ethiopia, and I pray that country will stabilize, and when she's 16 she can spend time there, but I'm very concerned that when she's 16 she won't be able to go because it'll be too dangerous. So, I have an investment in these countries personally because I'm concerned about the future of them on obviously a very personal level.